And now for the nominees. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Play are Tom Hanks, Lucky Guy; Nathan Lane, The Nance; Tracy Letts, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf; David Hyde Pierce, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike; and Tom Sturridge, Orphans.
Good so far.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role in a Play are Laurie Metcalf, The Other Place; Amy Morton, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf; Christine Nielsen, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike; Holland Taylor, Anne; and Cicely Tyson, The Trip to Bountiful.
Okay, I'll pick up where you left off. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical are Bertie Carvel, Matilda the Musical; Santino Fontana, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella; Rob McClure, Chaplin; Billy Porter, Kinky Boots; Stark Sands, Kinky Boots.
That was good.
Thank you. I felt secure. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role in a Musical are Stephanie J. Block, The Mystery of Edwin Drood; Carolee Carmelo, Scandalous; Valicia LeKay, Motown the Musical; Patina Miller, Pippin; Laura Osnes, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The nominees for Best Revival of a Play are Golden Boy, Orphans, The Trip to Bountiful, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The nominees for Best Revival of a Musical are Annie, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, Pippin, and Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The nominees for Best Play are The Assembled Parties, Lucky Guy, The Testament of Mary, Vanya and Sonia, and Masha and Spike. The nominees for Best Musical are Bring It On, the musical; A Christmas Story, the musical; Kinky Boots; Matilda, the musical.
The nominees for Best Book of a Musical are A Christmas Story, the musical; book by Joseph Robinette; Kinky Boots, book by Harvey Fierstein; Matilda the musical, book by Dennis Kelly; Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, new book by Douglas Carter Bean. The nominees for Best Original Score, music and/or lyrics written for the theater are A Christmas Story, the musical, music and lyrics by Benji Pasek and Justin Paul; Hands on a Hard Body, music by Trey Anastasio and Amanda Green, lyrics by Amanda Green; Kinky Boots, music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper; Matilda the musical, music and lyrics by Tim Minchin.
The nominees for Best Choreography are Andy Blankenbuehler, Bring It On, the musical; Peter Darling, Matilda the musical; Jerry Mitchell, Kinky Boots; Chet Walker, Pippin. The nominees for Best Orchestrations are Chris Nightingale, Matilda the musical; Stephen Aremus, Kinky Boots; Ethan Pop and Brian Crook, Motown the musical; Danny Trube, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The nominees for Best Scenic Design of a Play are John Lee Beatty, The Nance; Santo Loquasto, The Assembled Parties; David Rockwell, Lucky Guy; Michael Yergin, Golden Boy. The nominees for Best Scenic Design of a Musical are Rob Howell, Matilda the Musical; Anna Luizos, The Mystery of Edwin Drood; Scott Pask, Pippin; and David Rockwell, Kinky Boots.
The nominees for Best Costume Design of a Play are Sutra Gilmore, Cyrano de Bergerac; Anne Roth, The Nance; Albert Walski, The Heiress; Catherine Zuber, Golden Boy. The nominees for Best Costume Design of a Musical are Greg Barnes, Kinky Boots; Rob Howell, Matilda the Musical; Dominique Lemieux, Pippin. William Ivy Long, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The nominees for Best Sound Design of a Play are John Gromada, The Trip to Bountiful, Mel Mercier, The Testament of Mary, Leon Rothenberg, The Nance, Peter John Still, and Mark Salzberg, Golden Boy. The nominees for Best Sound Design of a Musical are Jonathan Deans and Garth Helm, Pippin, Peter Hylinski, Motown the Musical, John Shivers, Kinky Boots, Nevin Steinberg, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The nominees for Best Lighting Design of a Play are Jules Fisher and Peggy Eisenhower, Lucky Guy, Donald Holder, Golden Boy, Jennifer Tipton, The Testament of Mary, Jaffe Wiederman, The Nance. The nominees for Best Lighting Design of a Musical are Kenneth Posner, Kinky Boots, Kenneth Posner, Pippin, Kenneth Posner, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and Hugh Vanstone, Matilda the Musical. Good luck, Hugh.
The nominees for Best Direction of a Play are Pam McKinnon, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Nicholas Martin, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, Bartlett Shear, Golden Boy, George C. Wolfe, Lucky Guy. The nominees for Best Direction of a Musical are Scott Ellis, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, Jerry Mitchell, Kinky Boots, Diane Paulus, Pippin, and Matthew Warchus, Matilda the Musical.
The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Featured Role in a Play are Danny Bernstein, Golden Boy, Richard Kind, The Big Knife, Billy Magnuson, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, Tony Shalhoub, Golden Boy, Courtney B. Valance, Lucky Guy. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Featured Role in a Play are Carrie Coon, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Shalita Grant, Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, Judith Ivey, The Heiress, Judith Light, The Assembled Parties, Condola Rashad, The Trip to Bountiful.
The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Featured Role in a Musical are Charles Brown, Motown the Musical, Keith Carradine, Hands on a Hard Body, Will Chase, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, Gabriel Ebert, Matilda the Musical, Terrence Mann, Pippin. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Featured Role in a Musical are Annalee Ashford, Kinky Boots, Victoria Clark, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, Andrea Martin, Pippin, Kiala Settle, Hands on a Hard Body, Lauren Ward, Matilda the Musical.
You guys, that's it. Please, first of all, congratulations to the nominees.
Yeah.
That's... You were snubbed. Okay.
And the nominee for Best Redhead goes to...
Thank you.
Okay.
Please log on to TonyAwards.com for a full list of this year's nominees and other Tony news. Be sure to like the Tony Awards on Facebook, naturally. Follow the Tony Awards at twitter.com/the Tony Awards and tag your Tony tweets with #TonyAwards.
Congratulations to all of this year's nominees. And make sure to tune in to the 67th Annual Tony Awards telecast on Sunday, June 9th at 8 p.m. on CBS. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Okay.